Hey there, and welcome to my channel. This is Natasha from Crafting Extreme Love, and I am here today to share with you a very exciting memory planning project. So today's blog post is all about off the grid, which is probably my most favorite type of planning. If it is in my everyday carry or my memory planner, either if it's a vertical or a horizontal layout, I love to mix things up. One of my most recent favorites is creating this project life style format. And what I am using is the journal cards from the new Cocoa Daisy kit for April. And I am going to be creating sort of like a project life layout, but I'm not going to put it in a sheet protector. I'm going to go ahead and adhere it right onto my planner pages, which you will see at the very end. So I'm getting started with my first card. I have all of my photos ready to go. I use the PicFrame app, which helps build collages with your photos. There are a ton of apps out there. This is one that Jenny McGarvey had recommended, and there's a few other memory keepers who always raved about this. Heba over at My Little Journal as well. So I did purchase the app. I want to say it's about $3. To me, it has been well worth it, and I am totally willing to spend a few bucks on something that somebody has highly recommended versus kind of downloading 10 different apps and not really liking any of them. So this has really worked out for me. I do print my photos at home using a Canon selfie. So this month I decided to organize the different sticker kits that I receive in a slightly different way. So I have started, or this month I tried to group different like items together. So I have to admit that it did take me a bit longer to find the different stickers that I was looking through. But it's always good to mix it up and try something new. Although I do think that for this upcoming month, for May, I will keep the sticker kits together. I do like to put this staple at the top to make like a mini sticker book. I got that original idea from Rachel over at the Life Facilitator. So it's always good to try something new because you never know if you are gonna like it or if it's something in the end that you would just prefer to go back to your original way that you used to organize your kit supplies. So I have moved on to my second card here. I am working on building up my layers. I am using one of the labels that come in the classified kit along. I've built my background there with a full box sticker and now going to be adding some alpha stamps or alpha stickers, excuse me. I am obsessed with that style of letter. Each kit that we receive those in, I'm always like so happy to see them there. I think it's just such a great size, and it kind of makes me think of like an old school, I was gonna say typewriter, but that wouldn't even be it, but I guess like printing blocks is what I think of. I really love that. I also have added throughout the journal cards the adhesive embellishments that come in the Traveler's Notebook kit, and that's kind of helping add a little title to each of the different journal cards. As I am working on this card, you guys can see my repeat of the formula here. I'm either using a sticker or one of the embellishment labels to build a foundational layer, and then I am building on top of it. I am typically using 3 bold design elements to make somewhat of a visual triangle. I'm also being very like aware of where that bold red is throughout my layout. I really wanted to play on the colors of the light blue, the soft turquoise, along with the bold red and the black and white accents. So I'm really balancing it out. So even the blue cards, like the one that I'm working on, is going to still have a little bit of that red and the black and white, but not to overpower the layout. If you did peep it there when I was working on the layout, one way that I add some kind of faux texture to my layouts is by adding staples. Now I typically will not staple through the paper or the journal card or the planner page, but I'll just staple on one element or embellishment like I did with this tag. Yes, we'll call that, it's like a tag label. So I stapled through that, and then I've just adhered that to the page. So you get that look of the texture that it's stapled, but it is actually not. So you don't have to worry about that poking through on the other side of your planner page. So that is my little tip there, my little cheat on how to include staples if you like that textured look, but without actually stapling through your planner pages. I am going back to this alpha sticker, as I was not lying, it's my favorite in the kit. And I am going to be doing some stamping here. Now I love black and white elements, especially when you've got the bold colors that we have in this month's kit. So how I balance those bold colors out is by using just black ink with the stamps. I really love that look. So I did use a bit of repeat stamping there of On the Menu using my black VersaFine ink. Now I've got my stamp set up here. So I use the Lawn Fawn stamp chamois, and I keep it in an iris container case. And when I am ready to use it, so a day like this when I'm creating, I'll go ahead and use my little squirt bottle, and I really soak that chamois so it's ready to go. I've got like a designated kind of cleanup zone, and it really works for me. It's something that I have used for some time now, and it's working for me. I know that there's a lot of different ways that people do scrub or clean their stamps. Find what works for you. Definitely, I felt like this was a fairly inexpensive way. I've also heard that you can use like a chamois or ShamWow that you could get at an auto supply store, but also I'm pretty sure you could find it a lot cheaper at the dollar store or at Walmart. Now today I'm really showing quite a bit of a real life memory planning sit down sesh. I typically will hop around to a lot of different things. When I am filming, I try and be a little bit more consistent in following through each like step, just so it's a little bit more clear to follow. But sometimes I just get in the zone, y'all, and I find my flow. So this video is really kind of showcasing that creative stream of thought for myself. Now, I have really loved using the enamel dots in my memory planner for that extra glam, but this week, because the prints of the poppies were so bold, I wanted to use something a bit more subtle. So if you noticed, I added those small circular pattern stickers, and they are serving as my enamel dot, if you want to say. So I've added 2 of those, and I will go ahead and add a few more towards the end of the layout here. Now I am using this Tall Skinny Alpha stamp set, which I believe is still available. If it is, I will link it below in the description box. I really love this for title building. I spent some time trying to get the spacing right on this one, as I really wanted to get it right. So I will kind of fidget with getting the spacing correct. And with the power of editing, I've made it look like I got that together a lot faster than I really did in real life. So I've got my title down. I'm going to be adding that label sticker where I'll be writing down the dates of the week. So I'm going to be wrapping up here the actual process of this. I am almost done, and I'm going to just add a few little details here and there, and then off camera add in my journaling. I really love how this came together. I am on the blog today with 2 other incredible designers, and I highly encourage you to go check it out. If you are just joining this from YouTube, I'll have a link to the blog post below. You can go ahead and check out my memory planning playlist, which will give you tons of examples on how you can go off the grid. There are no rules in memory keeping. I want to remind you that, because I think sometimes we see these lines and we're like, oh man, I gotta stay within those lines. I can't go out. Well, even if you like some structure, if you like the grid, I hope that my video today shows you that you can still use the grid and also go off the grid when you're creating your memory keeping projects. If you have any questions below for me or any comments, feel free to drop them down below. I would love to hear from you. If you did like this process video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And of course, if you're interested in seeing more memory keeping videos and memory planning, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here as I share different paper crafting projects with you all. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know that I did. And until next time, take care, and I hope you find some crafty time today.